morning. This morning we're gonna do a day in the life of me. Lauren's been wanting to do this for a while, so finally I'm getting to it. So we'll show you what we do throughout the day, or what I do throughout the day, and who knows what today brings. Every day's a little different between morning chores and evening chores, but come along. Come on, ladies. Time to clean the back. Get up to the front there. Got 3 nice heifers here that are about to calve. Those 3. And then second lactation cow there. Come on. Camera cleaning every day. So I was saying the other day on the last video, we didn't have a robot call for 2 or 3 months, and I was trying to figure out what happened there, because me and Lauren knew that I went about 4 months without a robot call. And what I remember is in that video I said at the beginning of December I had a robot call, but I didn't have a robot call. There was something with the robot that I knew I had to get it fixed, but it was still milking the cows. I never got a call yet. But that's what I got mixed up with. So I actually went October, November, December, January, and never heard from the robot once. So that was impressive.
When your life's been put on hold for far too long, when the sorrow and despair is growing strong, there is always something good to be obtained from breaking loose and leave the things that kept you chained. So when you find the strength to really shed your skin, all you really need to do is search within. When the road is long and hard and without end, and you feel like nothing's waiting around the bend, all good things will always come to those who wait. If you hold on to your pride and stand up straight.
Just getting into the heifer barn here. So I do calf feeding and stall raking and clean the robots and pick packs and stuff like that in the dairy barn. And then if I have no new calves, it's about 7:30. I come into the heifer barn and I'll push feed in here. They seem happy in here. Temperature's nice. Well, it's breakfast time now. We got a beautiful sunrise there. It is going to be a nice day. We've had a lot of wet days here in southwestern Ontario. It's the beginning of April, so things should start to dry up. Hopefully field work soon. We are going for breakfast. We always have breakfast at 7:45 in the morning. It's almost like clockwork. I'm telling you, we like to keep things consistent. We like to eat early. We can eat lunch earlier. You get your day going earlier. If we eat lunch earlier, we got a longer afternoon. It just feels good to get going and be on time. And with Lauren's homeschooling, she doesn't want to eat much later than 7:45 or 8 o'clock. She wants to get going with the kids and get them dressed, and by 9 be doing homeschool. So we'll do that, and then we come back out and carry on. So we got the heifers cleaned out. Lauren brought me a coffee. She was in town, so that's great. It's about 9:15 now. So we had breakfast, cleaned the heifers. I'm gonna bed up the heifers a minute. I just kind of clean the skid steer off here. I always spray it off when I'm done in the scrape alley because I also use it for feeding. And that front window gets manure all over it, so every day I spray it off. I think I mentioned to you guys before, this skid steer, it was new, well, a year and a half ago now. It has about 1,500 hours on it. The plan is to trade it in at 3 years. So it'll be at about 3,300 hours, 3 years in. And then the plan going forward after that is to trade in every 2 years. Really nice just having a brand new skid steer all the time that always works. If there is an issue, there's full comprehensive warranty on it. And they were out the other day for some sensor or something that was going off. I won't see a bill for it because it's new and it's covered. And it's covered, I believe, for 2 years. And then the engine and tranny for 3 years. So anyways, we'll do 3 years now, and then in the future we're going to do every 2 years. And my brother kind of got me going on that. When I worked with him, he was on the idea of trading the skid steer in every 2 or 3 years, and I used to kind of push him, talk him into keeping it longer, and now he has kept it longer. And I think his is 4 or 5 years old now, but I'll never go back to that. I rely on the skid steer too much. And when I press the button, I want it to run, and it's worth it for me to pay that upgrade every time. I know every time you buy that new one or even a good used one, once it went through a dealer, you're paying a couple thousand extra because they serviced it. They're slapping on a 30-day warranty or a 1-year warranty or whatever, but to me, it's worth it. I'm going to get into that thing of every 2 years, that thing's going out the door, and I want a brand new one. And then another thing I want to talk about, this 7210, I said I wasn't going to trade it in. It's treated us real well. We've had it for 6 years, but we came upon a deal, made a deal. I'm not going to tell you guys yet. I went and looked at an 826 Fendt, and we went and looked at a 230R John Deere 2021, the new style. I'm not going to tell you which one we went with, but we got something coming in a couple of weeks. This thing will be very good for somebody else. It's at 4,400 hours. It's treated us well. We've never had too many big issues, just little things here and there. I did put new tires on the front here, 600s. These are actually going to go on the next tractor. The front ones are going to go on the next tractor, and the back ones will actually be a wider one. So those are a 710 on here, and our new to us tractor, it's not a brand new tractor we're getting. It has 1,000 hours. It's going to be an 800 on the back, so a little bit wider, which will be nicer for tillage. Disc gripping, for cultivating, we don't put duals on, so I like running just big singles. And it's going to be a little bit heavier. We're going to have a little more weight on it, so stay tuned for that. Another exciting thing is this new pickup truck. We bought a brand new 3/4 ton diesel Chevy. We switched from Dodge to Chev. Not that I don't like Dodge. We were having some issues with that Dodge. Nothing crazy other than at the end of the year we did have to put a new transmission in that truck. So that was a bit annoying. I do a lot of heavy pulling with it. The machines I pull with it are baggers, and the hammer wheels are very heavy. Couldn't pull them with a half ton. So I could see that over the years it wore this truck's transmission out. Got 250,000 kilometers on that truck. So anyways, we bought this brand new December, kind of just before Christmas, and I think it'll serve ag rig well. So it is specifically for the side business. It has nothing to do with the farm. This truck is either going to be the farm truck or a second truck to pull equipment. So the plan is we'll keep both trucks for now. If we find we just kind of need the Chevy and that works for us, and I find somebody else to help, or I can handle it all on my own with the one truck, then we'll do that. And next fall or winter we'll sell the Dodge, and then we'll keep the brand new one. So brand new truck. It's only got 1,000 or 1,500 kilometers on it. I don't drive much in the winter. So that's a nice upgrade for us. Once again, weren't planning to do that. Just got, thinking about it, talking with the accountant about this side business, and it just made sense to do that. The other truck is still a good truck, but not 100% reliable. When I run this thing for 10 weeks, 12 weeks straight in the season, it's every day. And if I'm down for a day or two and if it's in the shop, I know new ones can break down too, but we'll try it with the two and then we'll definitely be okay. If we find with the one is fine, we'll keep the Chevy, we'll sell the Dodge, and we'll carry on. It is time to feed the cows. Give Piper a little pet. She likes this nice sunny weather too. The cow's manger is a little emptier than I like to see it. I like to aim for 4 or 5% left over, which works out to be about 1 bucket with my small feeding bucket, the skid steer. And by the time I feed these guys, there's only gonna be a couple shovelfuls, so they probably should have been fed an hour ago. Or what I should do is just feed a little bit more this morning, which is probably what I'm gonna do. So anyways, I'm not gonna be able to film the feeding of these guys because my phone's about to die. I've been taking too many videos, so I gotta charge my phone. Well, the phone is charged. The cows are fed. Later. And the dry cows are fed. Now we gotta make some feed for the heifers. Well guys, I know this Massey isn't the type of color tractor I would normally have around, but we bought it almost a year ago now. It's got 400 hours on it. Just cleaned her up the other day. Oiled it up. Sprayed oil all over the frame and the rims. Cleaned the inside. Armor-alled it. I think I need a new bike.
Yeah, you need a new bike?
Gears.
My mom's isn't cutting it for you anymore?
All the gears are buggers.
Oh, look at the tire too. It's all coming apart.
Yeah. Needs new tires. The gears need to be redone. And how old is this bike?
I have no idea. I think it's been around.
Maybe.
55? Good deal.
Who needs a four-wheeler, eh?
Not over that.
You're stuck.
Something I learned from my brother Dave, guys. He was kind of fussy with gravel and grading things in the springtime. If you have things sloped properly and you have a good yard, it still takes some upkeep. So I always put a little extra gravel down in the springtime. Definitely go through about 2 loads on the laneway and in the whole yard, not just the bag yard, but the yard in general. There's always a little pothole or a rut that you got to fill in. and this is the perfect time to do it. Things are just drying up nice today, but it's soft enough you can level out those ruts, and a little bit of sunshine and driving over them, and it's packed hard again. So that's what I'm doing and working on here today. I did this spot an hour ago, put a couple buckets in here. I'll probably do a little more right here, and then this I'll just grade it out. There's a few ruts that get soft in the spring. Anybody in a farmyard knows that. You grade it out at this time of year, and then it gets hard as a rock. And if you do it before it gets hard as a rock, then you got your slope all figured out again. And then the water can run away nicely. Here it slopes this way, so I'm gonna level this out. I'm gonna clean up this manure today, this manure, and I'll level some of this stuff out, and then the water can nicely flow away.
Yeah! Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you.
Well, I have some help tonight. Lauren's helping with chores. She's feeding calves, so I can clean up some of this calf hutch manure. So I got this area cleaned up. I started down there, started here. There's a lot more to do. I gotta get that moved, that hutch moved, and then clean the rest of that down there. But it's 5 o'clock already, so I gotta start chores. But that's a good start. We want to get this cleaned up so it can dry out before we set up new super hutches in these areas. It's good for the sun to dry it up and kill the bacteria. We have a bird problem again. We got big pigeons perching on the calf hutches. Hi guys. So I got the heifer feed spread out. It's heading to 5:30 here. Skid steer's parked. Heifer feed spread out, and I am off to the dairy barn. Well, I got chores done. I didn't film any of the evening chores because the evening chores are same as all the morning chores. So I didn't want to bore you guys with that. So Lauren fed calves, but I had to push in heifer feed. Kind of showed you the end result of that. And then I had to pick pack bins again tonight, wash the robots down, scrape stalls, do any fetch cows. There was just one to fetch, so that was pretty straightforward. Friday nights we try to get done a wee bit earlier because we like to do movie night. We've been doing movie night with the kids in the wintertime here, and they really enjoy that, and I try to join in if I can. In the summer I think we'll be doing something else other than a movie night, but in the winter that's fun, and so this might be one of the last movie nights as the weather gets better. I was going to show you guys the yard here that I did with the gravel, and that'll kind of wrap the video up. So all in here, I put a couple buckets of gravel, and then when I was clearing the manure out of here, I was driving back and forth to the manure pit. I was just dumping it straight into the liquid manure pit, and I packed it all down nicely, so that's all packed and smooth. Here it was getting a little bit low off the edge of the concrete. I put probably 4 or 5 buckets in here, and then up between these 2 bags here, it was getting a little bit rough, so I think I put in 3 buckets there. So that was getting just a little bit washboard like. It was getting a little wavy and rough. I was going through here with the skid steer to get to my corn bag, but that smoothed it out nice. And then over here, smooth things out leading up to my corn bag over there. And then in here it was low and there was a puddle earlier in the year, so I filled that in with a few buckets. So yeah, slowly getting things back together, but that'll be it for this video. And thanks for supporting dairy. Thanks for watching the channel. Who knows what we'll get up to in the next one. I don't think the field work is coming quite yet, so we got time to do a few jobs here and there. Get that new to us tractor here. We'll show you guys that in a couple of weeks when we get it, and reveal whether it was a Fendt or a 230R John Deere. So stay tuned for that.
Walking home late at night, maybe 2:30. A little drunk, but I'm alright. 'Cause I've been hanging with you, and it feels like love.